Welcome back to From Nine to Mom, where we discuss balancing the 9 to 5 with the beautiful chaos that we call motherhood. And this week, we're going to talk a little bit about vacation.
Our brains are already on vacation. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for it.
I've been in vacation mode in a way for weeks now, because between the work prep and the life prep, I feel like I need a vacation to prepare for my vacation.
It is. I mean, and you're going away to a tropical location. I will be in apparently the tundra of Rochester because we're still getting snow. But we got a couple weeks till spring break still. But you've been prepping for what, a month now?
Yeah, I mean, between work and I know that you and I have talked quite a bit, all of our spring break this year falls at the same time in the Carolinas, in New York, everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it starts on the 29th, so next Friday, and it goes through that next week. So for us, we never had kids before, Katie. So you and I would have never traveled during spring break week, but you might have because Ryan is a teacher.
Right.
So at work, I always
times off.
Yeah, I mean, these are your very, very rare during the school year moments. And I remember when I was working before kids, I would always let other people take spring break off because the last thing I wanted to do was go somewhere when it was filled with
chaos. Yeah, it's the only chance people get out. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's way cheaper to not travel during spring break. But now we're in a situation where we both have kids and somehow everyone, and how do you say no? Everyone's going on vacation for spring break. Half our team is on vacation.
I'm curious if anyone's in a job still, maybe like our industry is much different. And like, if you're a doctor or like nurse or something, you probably do get declined for PTO. But I feel like in most other professional settings, like, I don't know of anybody I haven't heard a friend complain that their PTO got declined.
So
like, you can't go. You don't hear that anymore, right?
Really, yeah. I think that a lot of that has to do with COVID too. But when I was working in retail and managing retail, my team would have to submit their time off well in advance, and there could not be more than one executive off at a time. So we would talk about
our company.
No, we're all off together, plus half our team. Yeah. And everyone's really stressing about it. And the two people who are left behind are not really the day-to-day people. So I know that it's like stressful for them and stressful for us. But I know with traveling, working moms in general, if you're going on vacation, you're prepping at work, you're prepping your team, you're making sure that everybody is in a good place before you go, but also that in crisis mode. And I know we've already talked about it. Usually I'd give something to you or you'd give something to another director. But right now it's going to be a situation where even though we're off, there's going to be moments probably where we are
definitely on.
But I'm grateful that we have the flexibility to all at least enjoy the time in some capacity.
Absolutely. And that's the hardest part, is like being in a job where it's not a shift per se, like someone's not picking up where you leave off and then you're picking up from them, or however it works, is like we have to hand off all the work to somebody, and then, you kind of have to babysit through, like, here's what you need to do these days to make sure that we stay on pace with things. So yeah, the prep at work, then the prep at home, like, and me being, the OCD, I've got lists for everything because we're not even going away. So I don't have to pack anyone's suitcases. But like, I'm just trying to make a list to try to like maximize our time and like get caught up on things, get caught up on cleaning and like some projects that we wanted to do, maybe take the kids to go do something fun, God forbid. But it's just so much prep. And I know you are packing suitcases, and with the kids, it's like nothing probably fits from last time you went on vacation.
And it all started with me realizing that we weren't going to be able to fly because tickets are like $600 a person. So we're going to drive, and Daisy and Colton both get car sick. So I'm already like tensed up. But then, so I'm like, I'm going to get as much out of the way as I can early so that those days are the least stressful as possible. And like you said, Colton is growing like a freaking weed. And Daisy as a whole, when you're a year versus 3 months old, it's a way big difference. So Colton, we had to do a fashion show. I had to try on all the shorts. They all looked like he's skinny but tall, so they all looked ridiculous. So he did not want to do said fashion show, but I started packing things weeks ago. I just put suitcases in their rooms, and as I found things that I needed to pack, I would just put them in there. So both of them have their bathing suits, their towel. Colton has his shorts. Daisy, I hung up her dresses, and now I just have to pick which ones. And then with 2 kids, you want them to match. So you're trying to find the matching outfits. And we're going with other families as well. So, and one of the families we're going with, their son is a little younger than Daisy. So, of course, we want all 3 of them to match like a bunch of idiots. So we're texting back and forth the last few weeks. Like, what are we wearing? What are we putting the kids in? But not only do I have to pack for all the kids, I have to pack for myself. I have to think about where are we going to stay on the way down? Because we're going to have to stop. Who's driving what car? What are we doing when we're there? And I just feel like my husband, all he has to worry about is, okay, I have to drive a car, bring my golf clubs, and unpack the car when I get there. And last year he didn't even unpack the car because we got there first. So I'm a little jealous.
He needs a golf outfit, underwear.
Katie, I bought him 2 new golf outfits. He's like, I'm just going to put these right in my suitcase. He doesn't even pack himself.
Doesn't even try them on. All right, so I have 2 things. Because I'm thinking of Colton doing the fashion show, and I'm like, when I was younger and we were getting ready for spring break, like me and my sisters would like literally parade our clothes for my dad and be like, here's our fashion show.
Me too. My poor dad didn't give a shit.
He's like, yeah, he's got 3 girls going on rotation. I just think back to that. I'm like, man, he must have been drunk. Like just
drunk or high, one of the two. Like they're sitting there.
Poor
and
guy.
I remember coming back with your mom and having all the bags and be like, Dad, do you want to see what I got? And like,
and he's
the blank
just like,
stare on his face, and your mom's behind being like, you're gonna look her. You're gonna do this. Like, tell her you're doing it. And they had to just,
They're like, yeah, that looks great.
Or you put on that bikini and they're like, start sweating, and my dad turns as red as possible. He was like, who's that for? You're like, me? No.
It was the best when we started shopping at like Victoria's Secret and stuff, and we'd bring the bags.
Oh,
Dad, you can't see anything in this. Like,
because you wanted to like keep it like secret from him. Yeah, I never even thought about that because Colton definitely didn't want a fashion show for me, but like as girls, we wanted to show everyone everything.
I do for Ryan every time I buy like anything. I'm like, do you want to see what I got? Do you want to see? I do it with the groceries. I'm like, do you want to see what I got? No.
I'm like that with gifts. I'll be like, hey, I got you a gift. Your birthday's 3 months away. Do you want it? No, Danielle, I don't want it. I'm like, I kind of want to. I kind of want to give it to you. But I feel like
just like you already sent my birthday gift like a month ago.
I got more for you because I forgot. It's okay. It's no. See, that's a benefit.
Gifts is your love language.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. The other question I had: have you seen the hack for packing kids' clothes in the shoe hangers in your suitcase?
Oh my, genius!
Right, when you like roll each one into that. I'm curious if it actually.
Should I repack?
You should see if it works and film us.
Because I've also seen where you take the short, the shirt, the sock. You do this like magical fold.
And the diaper.
Yep, and you're like.
Yes, that's exactly it.
That's how you do it.
You guys got to be watching us on YouTube to see the hand motion.
Or the sound effect, if it doesn't explain it enough, I'm sorry. I thought I did a great job. But I feel like with Daisy and Colton, I've done it with both of them because I'm a clothes whore. I want a million options. Like I want to change their outfits 8 times a day and they end up wearing the same 3 things.
Yep.
And I know we've all seen the memes out there of, my kids have 77 new outfits and I'm still wearing a bra from 6 years ago, pre-babies. Like that's my life right now.
Yep.
So I have not gotten anything new for this vacation, but my kids are going to look fresh. They're going to look great.
You're going to be there,
like a haggard,
straggly
disaster.
At least go get a pedicure or something, Like
I'm going to get a pedicure with my mom.
Have some fresh toes. So where's the bet? Because I'm in the part where it's sad, but it's helpful now. I can shop in the toddler section for both boys, so like it's easy to find matching stuff because they're literally 2 sizes apart now. So like
it's
boom,
awesome.
Done. Where is the best matching outfit store? Like where are you finding most of their stuff?
So I do a lot of Ruffle Butts because they run those awesome sales and they have the swim and regular clothes matching. So Ruffle Butts is a great one. Target is still a great one. The Cat and Jack, it's just harder now that Colton is in little boys. They don't always have the exact matching outfit. I also started Kite Baby recently because they have like the bamboo places, Kite Baby.
Kite Baby, you're going to make us this a controversial podcast.
I know, I heard about this. I'm sorry, guys. I got into it. I did.
I understand.
They sent an apology. I don't know. I feel bad for them, and I feel bad for the girl. It's all a mess. But there are other ones out there like Dreamland Baby or those. But I definitely think that I get the majority. And Old Navy has great stuff for all the ages.
That was going to be my add to this because I just started adding to cart lots of things for them.
And it was 50% off. I didn't do it, of course, but yesterday it was like a bunch 50% off. And they have mommy and son. And mommy and daughter. So I bought mommy son stuff for me and Colton.
I did buy Ryan and both boys matching swimsuits for July when we can eventually wear swimsuits here, but pumped for them to match.
It's just
I'm all aboard the matching train. I think it's so cute.
Used to make fun of not kids specifically, like couples. Like I'll never forget going on our honeymoon and me being like, we're not going to be those people. We're not going to be those people. And here I am like, Jordan, do you see the shirt I got you? And it looks like Colton's and then it looks like Daisy's and me and Daisy are wearing that. Like an
and
asshole.
Then buying every kid in the whole party. Everyone's going to have a matching shirt. Every time I look for stuff now, I'm looking for my nephew too, because it's got to be
cousin crew.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
This Naples crew I go with because, sorry, Jenna, I'm calling you out. Jenna and Timmy are coming again this year, but the first time they came with us, we call this vacation with the elderly. I know that's a terrible thing, but
I think didn't she recently share this picture?
Yes,
this was recent.
I got us, me and Jenna together, designed custom shirts for every single human being that came on the trip, and Colton said "made in Naples" because we made him in Naples. So then we all had those, and then we made like Skankosaurus hats. So now I'm all aboard the matching train, and
it's the best.
I'm proud.
It makes great memories.
It does. And so we're excited. I've definitely been in prep mode for a long time. My biggest concern is, and I know I've given tons of advice, but this is a new chapter with Daisy being car sick now of the travel, the 11 hours. But I'm excited. Still have to plan some stuff while we're down there, but it's going to be good. I know that you have some different types of plans while you're
totally
home,
different.
But you were talking about Jack's bedroom. I think that's a big deal. So what's going on with that?
We're going to try to transition Jack to a big boy bed over the break because I'm anticipating some regression of sleep during this time. And we're going to have to add everything on. So we are trying to think of everything that we can do and trying to make it exciting for him because I feel like I don't know when kids are supposed to move out of their bed. Everyone's just been telling me like, wait till he climbs out. But at this rate, it's going to be till he's 10.
Yeah, Colton never climbed out. He was way too lazy. He loved that thing. But we went on vacation, Katie. I feel like it was around like Jack's age. We went on vacation. Yeah. He had to sleep in a big boy bed. He wanted to. He did great. And we came home, transitioned him right away. And he never went back.
That's where we're trying to make it a little more when we stay places. It'll be a little easier because now there's many more babies taking up cribs and pack and blaze and all those things. So we're working on it. He's done it a couple times and, we've had minor success. So we're like, let's try it and see. So we're going to put that, but he's obsessed with, I just made fun of you for saying Kite Baby, but that's his sleep sack was a Kite Baby sleep sack. And he's
that was my fault.
With it. So we've tried to like leave it to the side and like see if he'll forget about it. He asks for it every night. He's like, all right, so for my sleep sack.
They make
the bags
or the feedy ones.
Yes.
So it's a similar thing.
But he I don't know. He loves it. I do have a great Amazon dupe for Kite Baby sacks though. Ooh. So we'll have to share that with everyone because that's what poor Cal doesn't get the brand name.
I don't think it matters as much as we think. It's just they like what they like. Like I like Dreamland Baby, which was the weighted sacks.
The weighted, yes. But we could make a whole podcast
about sacks.
Sounds like sacks.
Sleep sacks, nut sacks, who knows? All the sacks. Football sacks.
We just have all so they both have done great in those ones. But we had Dreamland Baby ones until they grew both throughout. Kale grew out in 30 seconds from the one that we had. But he just keeps asking for it. So now I'm curious because I also don't want to put him. Is it bad to put him in the sleep sack in the big kid bed? Like, I feel like it's fine.
It's
right?
fine. It's just if he gets out, he could trip. That's why they say
Right?
don't do it.
He
But
already runs around in his room in it
yeah, as
anyway.
long as he's agile. Daisy's agile in hers too. She runs around in it. So whatever.
Yeah.
He'll be totally fine. But
We're going to secure all the furniture and like
you have
make
a whole
sure
week
there's
to get
nothing.
this shit done. It's great.
Yeah. So we're going to get that. We got to move the camera a little bit so we have the whole view of the room because we're like, he's going to be all over, I anticipate. But
yeah, he definitely will. Or maybe Colton was so, I don't know if it's laziness or just a good kid. He just did it right away. He never got out of bed. You know how people are like, oh, they came running. I have a friend
the videos. Yeah.
who took the door handle off the inside and would sleep at the door jam because their child would just try to escape. And like, I know that's not an isolated incident. So I'm hoping that he's like Colton, but he could be a crazy man. Who knows?
Yeah.
Daisy, it's going to be hell. Absolute hell.
Yeah. Hale's going to be like crawling out of that crib in no time. I'm convinced he will be hopping it right over.
Any like fun plans for Kale while you're on vacation?
This kid might start walking. I don't know.
Yeah,
like, he's taking a couple steps here and
those
there.
Those cheeks are going to be like, boom, boom,
it's weighing him down for sure. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna try to find a little day trip or something that we can do, and there's still a lot of indoor things to do. I hope we get like 2 days a night, like decent weather. I'm talking above 50. I'm not asking for a lot.
I told you next year, you could always just come to my house while I'm gone. It's 70 degrees right now, but I feel like I'm a little jealous, but I know I shouldn't be because the beach is my favorite place in the world. So I would leave my house. I never stay home on a vacation ever. So I'm jealous that even if I am like broke as a joke, I'm still going somewhere. I will find a way to mooch off, like to do it somehow, like in the most affordable fashion. But now as I'm getting older, the idea of a staycation where I could really get stuff done, no visitors, because
get rid of your kids.
Yeah, for a day or two, stay at the house, clean, purge, get things together.
Can you imagine 8 hours at home with you and Jordan just stay at home?
No, you want to know what would happen? Both of us I'd be laying in a fake kid pool in the backyard like a redneck. My husband would be on the couch watching golf, scrolling his phone, or at the driving range. He'd be like, we didn't get anything done.
That is, and you know me, I'm going to have a list for us to do for the week.
I now have lists too for Jordan because that's the only way anything gets done.
Well, that's always the thing. Ryan's always like, make me a list. I'm like, I don't want to make you a list. Just find something. Do it.
You just do something.
Look around, pick a thing, and do it.
But that's just like, yeah, that's every woman goes through that. I'm watching Colton now, Katie. Just wait. Today I needed him to get me a Q-tip, ear cleaner. Yeah. And I said, Colton, this is not related to vacation at all. But I'm like, Colton, can you grab mommy an ear cleaner? It's right there. There's nothing in this cupboard on the ground underneath the sink except for the ear cleaners and an empty, for some reason, thing of that had toothbrushes in it. Do you know this idiot is like going to the toothbrushes, trying to look for, I'm like, Colton, the ear cleaners, they're right there. And he's struggling around. I'm like, in front of your eyes. My mom is dying laughing. She's like, it starts early, man. Just starts so early.
They can't find things.
No. So, I mean, I hope that you have a really good list for your vacation. And I'm very curious to see what other people are doing because with kids, vacations get harder. Crazier. And with work, vacations get harder. So, and like you said, people in like healthcare, like my friend would never be able to take spring break off. So depending on what you've got going on, and that's another question. Spring break with your kids, with school, if you work and you can't get it off, what do you do? Is there a camp for that? Do you tie them to like the roof? What do you do with them?
People got to be that's where it's like, what did people do before COVID and that working from home was a thing? Because there's only so many grandparents to go around, who's watching them?
My mom would watch other people's. We didn't go away a lot, like as kids.
Yeah.
So my mom would watch other people's kids when they worked.
Yeah.
That's
like probably what it is.
Yeah.
Ask when you have at least school age kids. Yeah.
But imagine prep for that. You have to do all that prep and you don't even get to go anywhere or do anything or be off for a day. That sucks.
Pawn your kids off to somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know. It just gets harder and harder to plan vacations too because of all of that. I'm very interested to see our future with work, with all of us having school age children, and you can't all be you truly can't. We have flexibility, which is a gift, but we can't all be off every vacation.
Right.
Because something's going to blow up.
Something will.
Even the best laid plans. But I'll keep you guys updated with my packing adventures. And Katie, I have a shoe thing. I'm going to do it.
You got to.
I'll
Give us a reel.
pictures.
Give us some content.
Yeah, mine's going to look like so jacked up, but I'm still going to do it. I'm going to give it to you.
People will be like, is this fake?
Yeah, no,
is she trying? Or
they'll think I'm one of those accounts that's like a spoof account where it's like
that's what I mean.
Or I'm being really serious about it, and they're like, this can't be for real.
I actually this is so off topic, but I came across an account like that, and it was like a girl trying to be a fashion influencer, and she's trying on she's actually a very pretty girl, but she's trying on like horrendous outfits and like posting
I've seen her.
Okay.
Is she doing it in days? Like it's like day whatever of being a fashion.
I'm trying to be a fashion influencer, and it's like the oldest non-trending music. Like it's hilarious. All right, we're on the same side of TikTok.
Yeah, it's obviously happening, but that is really funny because you're like,
this is turning into.
Yeah, sorry guys, this is where our lives are at. This is what we do, obviously. But
I think that's a question we get a lot as a mom. You're like, wait, is someone playing a trick? Is this real?
Are we?
Did my kid just do that?
This is a new kind of matrix that we're in now because this just possibly can't be real.
You can't make it up.
Can't make this shit up.
There we go.
But I hope everybody has a great trip, a great vacation week next week. I don't know. It's going to be a wild one, but I'm super excited for sun and sand and a drink in my hand and 2 crazy kids.
All right. You're making us jealous. Time to clock out.
Clocking out.
Bye.
Bye.